Alright, so I'm gonna show my strategy for dashing, and I call it the city hopping strategy. So a lot of people probably just stay in their zone. I'll kind of show you the zone map. Don't mean to flex right here. But this is kind of what a zone map sort of looks like. You kind of see the different boundaries and stuff. And most of the time, somebody would just dash in one zone. They see that they're outside the zone, and they're like, I'm going to drive all the way back into the zone. Or they don't take orders out of the zone because they treat it as a down and back sort of deal. But for me, here's how I do it. So usually I start off in Victoria right here. They usually don't have enough restaurants. And let's say that I get an order from Chaska. So I get an order from a Chaska restaurant right here. And it goes about, let's say like a little bit like right there. And then I get another Chaska restaurant order that goes towards Chan. So let's say I get the Chaska Qdoba order and it goes like right here. And then I'm moving towards Chan right here. See, like over by Taco Bell. And then I go around in Chan for a little bit like that. Let's say this first order was like an $8 order. This was an $8 1 mile order, and then right here was an $8.50 order right here, and then I got another stacked $6 that was going towards Chan. So we got that going right here. Then we dash around in Chan for a bit, and then boom, I get an order that goes towards Eden Prairie. Let's say we get an order, and it goes right here. And right here, it's still within the Minnetonka EP zone. But guess what I do right here? I go this way. So I actually deliver an order within my zone. Let's say it's like, yeah, it's like right by there, right by the Eden Prairie High School sort of area. I drive towards Eden Prairie Center. So I actually drive outside of my zone towards Eden Prairie Center. So I drive outside of my zone towards Eden Prairie Center because Eden Prairie Center is pretty much the same distance from this area as Chan is, but it is got, look at how many restaurants it's got. Boo, 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 40 restaurants right there. Eden Prairie, I do nice, and then boom, I get little orders, like a few orders here, some office buildings, get some orders right here, blah, blah, blah. Beep, beep, beep. And then, ooh, I get a nice little stacked order. Or not stacked order, I'll just say I get a little $10 order that goes towards Bloomington, Edina. So boom, I get an order that goes towards Bloomington, Edina. Alright, I'm going to take some, I'll take some destinations off my map. Maybe I'll just put these as little points of emphasis like that. So boom, I get a little nice office building order like $10 or $11 towards Eden Prairie Edina area, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so far. I gotta drive how many miles is this? So let me see. So we got 31 right now. So this is like a, I don't need all this kind of crap. So this is like a 5.5 mile. They're like, oh my goodness, this is so high mileage, blah 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 blah. Oh, 7.4. Like I get an order around this area, and they're like, oh my goodness, you gotta drive all the way there and all the way back. But nope. See, this is in a different zone. This is in the Edina Bloomington zone. And I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna switch dashes here. And then I go and switch dashes in Edina Bloomington. And I'm like, wow, my goodness, I'm dashing Edina, blah, 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 blah. Cheesecake Factory here. Oh, and then I get a nice little order from downtown Richfield that goes down towards Pan American sort of area. And then I get a Pan American area that kind of goes towards Edina right here. And then, oh, I get an Edina order right here that goes a little bit of a longer distance towards St. Louis Park right here. So it goes towards St. Louis Park, and it's like, blah, 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 that's so high mileage, it's going towards St. Louis Park, yeah. you're gonna have to drive 12 miles down and back. Even it's like an 850 order that's towards there, and it's like, oh my goodness, that's so far. But then I get a nice little hidden tip there that probably amounts to like $14 right here, and then boom, I just go and I switch dashes again back into the St. Louis Park zone, and then oh, geez, I do not want Sony Vegas open. Please close Sony Vegas. Alright. I will get back on track. So then I switch dashes over to the St. Louis Park zone. Then blah, 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 blah. Let's say I get an order here. Up, it goes towards there. And then I get a Ridgedale Center order. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, jeez. Like, oh, Ridgedale Center area order. It's going up towards Plymouth now. Woo! I get an order towards Plymouth. I'm going to take the 3.3 mile way there. I'll always go up there if I'm going towards Plymouth. And I'm like, hey, my goodness, you're going to have to drive all the way back towards Ridgedale. But no, I go and switch dashes in Plymouth now. So I do another switch dashes. And then boom, I'm going to go and deliver some Chipotle over here. And then I'm going to deliver some noodles over here. Oh, and then I get a McDonald's order towards here. Get a bunch of these little orders. And then, woo-wee! We got a Plymouth order that's going 7.7 miles, even though it's 11 minutes. It's an 850, 7.7 mile order. It's like, hey, my goodness, that's such a far distance. Even though that most of the distance is highway mileage, I'll take that. Highway mileage is less than normal mileage. And then, boom! I get a bunch of orders here in this little plaza deal. Blah, 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 blah. So many Maple Grove orders. Blah, 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 blah. Back down to Plymouth. Blah, 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 blah. Then back down to Minnetonka. Blah, 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 blah. And then soon you know it, I made $300. And I drove approximately like $1.50 per mile or like $1.70 per mile or something like that. And then, yeah, that's kind of my strategy. I kind of hop the cities. I go from one hot spot to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. I'm not sort of like sacrificed in my zone. I'm not going to think, oh my goodness, this is too far away and you're going to have to drive all the way back and it's in a different zone. But nope, I switch dashes in a different zone. I check the peak pay campaigns to see which peak pays are massively thick. And usually in zones with the massively thick peak pays, I know are the ones to avoid because I know that I'm not going to be able to schedule myself in there. And then if I get an order towards Shakopee, I treat it as a down and back order because Shakopee is not very good. Even though this sort of area of Shakopee, this Shakopee area and this Savage area is not too bad, but no, I don't usually go down towards Shakopee. These are usually the areas that I sort of dash in. Yep, Chan, Chaska, Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, Edina, Plymouth, Wayzata. I don't usually do Wayzata too much, but Chaska, Chan, Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, Edina, Bloomington, Richfield, and Plymouth is sort of my area. And I kind of just hop the cities. Yes, I kind of hop the cities. I don't segregate myself to a zone. I kind of free myself a bit. So I take a little bit more riskier orders that people don't usually take, like maybe a little bit of a longer distance order that's going towards a hot spot in a different zone that I can just switch dashes there, and it's mostly highway mileage. And yeah, that's that. All I have to say is don't limit yourself to one zone unless your market's complete trash and all of the zones are always gray. If the zones aren't gray, then just take advantage of it. Know which hotspots are good, which places perform the best, and yeah, that's all what I got for my little city hopping sort of strategy right here. I kind of have learned the 4 zones pretty well. I only know really the south side of Plymouth. I don't really do Maple Grove much, but yeah, that's my little strategy video. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, bye.